Good to have you join us this morning. Welcome to Purpose Review on 32 FM 949 Ibadan. My name is DELE Adenyoju. I am not alone this morning, but I have papers with me, the Daily Post, the Punch newspaper, the Vanguard, and some other papers. Tayo Gwade is with me this morning.
Good morning, DELE. Good morning, dear listener. I am OLUTAYO Ogwade.
All right, I take headlines from the Daily Post now. 2023, be wary of statements you dish to Nigerians. Tanko tells INEC. Buhari queries governors on funds as flood kills Nigerians, destroys property. Also, Pantami applauds ICT 17.92% contributions to GDP. Oshun CP orders area commanders, DPOs, others to ensure peace. Sheikh Goni Aisami. Police parade 2 soldiers who allegedly killed Islamic cleric. FRSC investigates rotational number plate in viral video. Political assassinations. Oshun government talks tough, wants war dramas. Ekiti Assembly cries to federal government over dilapidated roads. Kidnapped Catholic Reverend Sisters finally regain freedom. Sheikh Aisami. Buhari makes demand as police nab 2 soldiers for allegedly killing Islamic cleric. Riwa clears air on alleged battery case involving suspended Anambra local government boss. More headlines there. Bandits will speak to terrorists in a language they understand. Buhari, this seems like a throwback headline. And presidency. Peter Obi meets Afenifere leader Ayo Adebanjo. Abiodun swears in 7 new commissioners in Ogun. And security. CSO appeals to Buhari to overhaul our country's security architecture. We have lots of headlines there. Let's go to paper.
From Premium Times, as Nigeria faces food crisis, manufacturers groan under import duty, inflationary pressure. Today, electricity workers held Nigeria to ransom. Something to also read. How soldier murdered Yobe cleric Goni Asami. Again, INEC converses establishment of Electoral Offences Commission secures 60 convictions. African Under-21 Volleyball Championships. Nigeria loses 3rd place. March fails to pick World Cup ticket. 2023. How Kwankwanso betrayed us. Shekarao. U.S. to repatriate fresh $23 million Abacha loot to Nigeria. You also find from Premium Times why proscribe IPOB and not Mieti Allah Shoinka. And quote, nullifies suspension of NBA's General Secretary Joyce Odwa.
From the Punch newspaper, Osinbajo inaugurates new National Council on Infrastructure. Strike continues. Uni Abuja ASU tells Nigerians. Tinubu Wike meet in UK. PDP talks wobble. And ASU, parents propose 10,000 naira support levy for varsities. ASU, OAU backs indefinite strike. PSC workers threatening strike. Commission suspends recruitment. Recovered Abacha loot hits $334.7 million. US condemns corruption. UK to spend £15 million on nutrition in Northeast. No soldier resigned due to pressure, says COAS. Buhari Sultan condemned Yobe Islamic cleric's murder. Also, Akwa Ibom AG justifies lawyer's imprisonment. Editors Serap sue Buhari over broadcast stations shut down. And the last one here, FRSC declares rotational number plates illegal.
And from Daily Trust newspapers and for a panel, Turji must publicly surrender arms to prove he has repented. A Wike Tinubu London meeting rattles PDP article. PSC suspends recruitment of constables after IGP's protest. Some more from Daily Trust. Assassination of Yobe Sheikh must not be swept under carpet. GNI Shekarao still live in a rented apartment in Abuja, praying to build mine. Accidented vehicles flood nation's market. We looked at that yesterday. And do we have more here? Definitely still on Turji. Okay. And reps asked NEPSA to refund 13.3 billion naira to federal government. 2023 Kwankwanso promises to reform maritime sector.
All right. Do we take a break or we look at another paper?
Let's check out The Guardian here. Okay. Monarch tasks Rivers Youth on culture preservation. FG refutes dollarization of flight tickets, upward review of aviation charges. helping EFCC to apprehend, prosecute vote buyers. Something that's from the law side of the papers. PDP considers Southwest for IU's replacement as stakeholders fault alleged secrecy in appointment of NFF's electoral committees. US signs agreement to return $23 million Abacha loot to Nigeria. Take that again. US signs agreement to return $23 million Abacha loot to Nigeria. DELE to think that Abacha was just a learner on the list of those who looted this country and was looting. Or, I mean, who are still currently looting.
Front page of the Nigerian Tribune has that same story. US to repatriate fresh $23 million Abacha loot to Nigeria. And this repatriation brings total amount of funds repatriated, in this case by the US, to more than $334.7 million. That's according to the U.S. ambassador to Nigeria. More headlines here. Kaduna, Oyo joined 3 other states to drive Nigeria's COVID-19 cases. NCDC. Governors should account for state-level emergency funds collected. Presidency says tackling natural disasters, not federal government directs business. Also, editors Serap to Buhari, NBC, over shutting down of 53 broadcast stations. Police arraign 7 over attack on Osun governor's wife. Police arrest 2 soldiers over murder of Islamic cleric in Yobe. Abort any move to sell Polaris Bank, group pleads with Buhari. And PDP crisis. Wike, Makinde, Oton meet again in France. Parley with Tinubu in London on the cards. Those are headlines from the Nigerian Tribune. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll bring analysis of those headlines and other news. Stay with us.
Waiting you sabi about the beautiful game. You dey there for the life and style. Fantasy leagues, bass goals, ginger and okpo, breaking down the stats even to the MVPs, taking no L's and only for the W's. I beg, then Showmax Pro get news for you. Football season is back. Live, e-choke. Watch the Premier League, La Liga, Serie A, anywhere on any screen. Mado. Stream the action from Super Sport live on Showmax Pro. Sign up at showmax.com.
Tolu, báwo ni ìrìnàjò ẹ̀? Ilẹ̀ Haúsá dùn. Mo jẹ oúnjẹ kan tó ń pè ní dambu ìṣèkáfá níbẹ̀. Ọ̀rẹ́, adùn àti tasọ́sàn èlò lárinrin.
Oúnjẹ ti délẹ̀ o.
Láìdé, oúnjẹ yẹn náà ló ṣe. Ó tún dùn jù yẹn lọ. Báwo ló ṣe sè é? Ìsebẹ̀ ọ̀ngà. Òun ni ìsebẹ̀ tó nílò fádùn àti tasọ́sàn tó lélẹ̀. Dùn àwọn tó fẹ́ràn nínú pẹ̀lú oúnjẹ aládùn nínú ilé rẹ̀.
Onga, Mama's helping hand.
ẹ̀kọ́ tó yè koro ní ìpìlẹ̀ ọjọ́ ọ̀la rere Dominion Aviation College àǹfààní aláìlẹ́gbẹ̀rẹ̀ fún gbogbo ènìyàn tó fẹ́ nímọ̀ kíkún lórí àwọn ètò ẹ̀kọ́ bíi air ticketing and reservation/GDS training, tourism, transport and travel management, software development and application development courses. Dominion Aviation College is the place to be. láàrin oṣù mẹ́fà péré ní àwọn ètò ẹ̀kọ́ wọ̀nyí. Admission requirements are awaiting result WAEC, GCE, NECO, ND, NCE, HND or BSc láti fi orúkọ sílẹ̀ fún àwọn ètò ẹ̀kọ́ bíi air ticketing and reservation/GDS training, tourism, transport and travel management. ẹ kàn sí ilé-ìwé Dominion Aviation College tó wà ní number 37 Oyinlola Street off Bolumole Ring Road, Challenge, Ìbàdàn. ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ wọn 0814-730-6896 or WhatsApp 0813-148-2943. Visit www.dominionaviationcollege.com. Email dominionaviationcollege22@gmail.com.
Power oil, power oil. Bonga cooking oil, we get different sizes and different packs. Oh, power oil, power oil. The one way they sweet me na mini pack for 100 naira. Yeah. Power oil, power oil. Everywhere. Power oil, good for your heart. Power oil, cholesterol. Power oil, no trans fat. Power oil. And people who listen to your heart use power oil. Power oil, power oil. Power oil.
Here is the list of excuses that will no longer be accepted.
Otajigbe, I beg, give me your hotspot. I want my data, but this one too much.
Please, could you put your Wi-Fi on? I'm out of data and the recharge card seller has closed.
Oh, I would have recharged though, but I can't find my wallet.
Please, I've got cramps and I can't get up. Can you share your hotspots? Oh no!
Don't know where my internet token is, and I need to quickly buy data. Please, could you share your hotspot till I find it?
Hey, Jumbo, I for buy data, but that recharge card seller no dey ever get change. How good one?
Now there's really no excuse to ever be out of data with Glow Borrow Me Data. Dial star 321 hash to borrow data now and pay later.
I beg, I fit share your hotspot. This rain bahad. Make thunder no go fireman.
The largest data network, Glow, grandmasters of data.
32 FM, 94.9.
Welcome back, 32 FM 949 Ibadan. We are located on the 4th floor, Cocoa House, Dubai, Ibadan. And of course, the program is the Breakdown Newspaper Review. I'm OLUTAYO.
My name is DELE Adeyanju.
We have Austin Idumo. Good morning, Austin.
Good morning, Tayo. And DELE, good morning.
Morning, Austin. So we kickstart with this story, which I said earlier that it seemed like a throwback headline to me. Bandits, we will speak to terrorists in language they understand. Buhari, that's according to the Daily Post newspaper, as it is reported. President Buhari has ordered security agents to hunt terrorists within Nigeria's borders. Buhari said security agents have the mandate to hunt, pursue, and speak to terrorists in the language they understand. Now, if drawing towards the close of this administration, the president is still saying we will hunt, we will talk to terrorists in the language they understand. You know, this should have been something we should have had maybe 5-6 years ago.
Meanwhile, in the case of IPOP, they be spoken to in the language they understand. 6 years ago or 5 years ago.
So you're saying that
I think
it's an nepotic statement.
Yes, I think the president is just playing to the gallery. Even before in even management, for example, your goal has to be time bound. I don't know whether you understand the point I'm making. At what time? This is the administration that is gradually winding down. By next month or so, electionary campaign will kickstart officially, and everything will be about politics for 2023. So at what time? The president is speaking as if he's still standing election for next year. You should be able to tell us that for the period under review, this is what we have been able to do. We will speak to bandits in the language they will understand. Is it after they have been able to successfully overrun the entire country, especially the northern part of the country? Is that what we are talking about? That is why some people have come to the conclusion that there is no area of comparative advantage for President Muhammadu Buhari, especially as a former military general and a former head of state. And it's unfortunately so. You understand? By this time, we should be talking about bombardments, killing them, and ensuring that we provide maximum and adequate security for our people. Governors just came out.
Some things are not very clear to maybe to me or to a few Nigerians too. Somebody said the Tucano that we acquired could not be used anyhow, even at our own will.
We can't use it at our own will. Based on international convention, you know, Obama refused to sell weapons to Nigeria under Goodluck Jonathan. In short, Obama substantially frustrated the effort of the Jonathan administration to tackle terrorism in the country. When Donald Trump came, incidentally Buhari came, so there was this agreement that weapons will be sold to Nigeria. And there is always a caveat in such a deal that this weapon will only be deployed majorly to fight terrorism. Don't forget, the international community once in a while, despite the fact that we are fighting terrorists in the north, once in a while they still write report against Nigeria for abuse of weapon. And that was what Obama capitalizes on at that time. Even he used the Leahy law at that time to ensure that other Western countries do not sell weapons to Nigeria, because they feel that the military could use the weapon to violate the fundamental human rights of the people.
Now, could that be a reason why President Buhari hesitated to name bandits terrorists?
That's the issue. That was why at a time when the National Assembly picked on the service chiefs, they went before the National Assembly to tell them as a matter of legislative intervention to compel the executive arm of government, headed by President Muhammadu Buhari, to declare bandit terrorists because they commit act of terrorism. So there is no point hiding under the guise of banditry, because if you hide under the guise of banditry, you won't be able to deploy this Tucano jet against them. After the service chief went to the National Assembly and there were massive killing in the northern part of the country, it was then that the president gave approval through the National Security Advisor of the country to deploy just one out of the 12 Tucano jet. You understand? There was a case in court because for a group to be declared as terrorist group, of course we have to follow the judicial process to a logical conclusion. Don't forget, some people also criticized Jonathan at that time because it took him a number of time to be able to declare these terrorists as terrorist group.
In this
Boko
case,
Haram as terrorist group in the northeast.
what we know is that the governors and the people know these people.
They know them.
All right. In fact, we've had in the past, peace parley between bandits and, those in power and maybe the people of a particular area. Now they can achieve peace around the place. So, and the news of Turji is also in the news, who said he's repented and is helping in also quelling insurgency in the part where he's from. How true is this? How sincere is this, this statement?
See, look at that is why we are fighting the repentant Boko Haram opportunity that the federal government has allowed through the Operation Safe Corridor. How true are these people that they are repenting? It has happened before in Zamfara and in Katsina. Some bandits in the early days of the administration of Bello Masari of Katsina State, they had a peace agreement that they won't be killing people again. They allegedly surrendered their weapon for amnesty. They submitted fake weapons, not sophisticated ones, to deceive the government. After exhausting the money government gave them, they went back to the trenches. So it must be a well thought out arrangement to be able to take a far-reaching decision that at the end of the day, the government itself will not be stampeded. So I see lack of political will in all of this. And mind you, just yesterday, the governors came up with a memo to the president that if care is not taken, election might not hold. Not in the northeast, so in some northwestern part of the country, Kaduna, Katsina, Kano, Jigawa, Kebbi, Sokoto. You understand? Seven states. So apart from that, El-Rufai had told us earlier in another leaked memo to Mr. President that bandits or terrorists are taking over certain territory in Kaduna State, running a parallel government. So
can we trust the sincerity of the repentance of these terrorists, Osinidumo? Because from what we've seen, they make so much money. It's big business now in the country.
Yes.
They will always go back to their vomit, like, a dog. So, can we trust them? Or when we apprehend them that way, in that manner, and since we even, like we said, know where they are, can't we just go after these people and, just have a way of dealing with this and quelling these things once and for all?
The government is making a mistake by thinking that the only way this issue could be tackled is to allow opportunity for repentance, which you cannot judge. Don't forget, over the years they have been indoctrinated, and the indoctrination and radicalization took a gradual process. So you can't just come out and say that you have repented and the government will take that for real, because if care is not taken, we have also seen situation where some of the repentant one infiltrated into the community and at the end of the day providing information for their members. There is a difference between repentance. If you repent because you know that your sin will be punished, it's different from you are having a personal conviction that you should repent. Some of them that repented were almost captured. They were almost captured. They had to surrender.
You can almost fall two things here. One, do you negotiate with a terrorist? That's one. And when a terrorist presents himself as, having repented, how do you deal with such a situation?
Yes, I think the government of President Muhammadu Buhari always want us to celebrate the fact that bandits or terrorists have repented. But even in international convention, this is the truth of the matter. In terms of negotiating with terrorists, once in a while, in an extreme situation, it does possible. You understand? Just to ensure that you secure lives and property of the people. It can happen once in a while, but it has now become the order of the day. A misnomer looking like the normal thing in Nigeria today.
All right.
Sorry, let's look at it quickly this way. If Buhari never had inside information about how terrorists operated during Jonathan era, and maybe he was not aware that he had issues with the Western government or the Western people about acquiring ammunition and all that. And now Buhari became president and he had his own issues now, and he's still having some issues in tackling these security issues, because one of the reasons we voted for him was to solve these terrorist issues, banditry, kidnapping and all that once and for all as an ex-military person. What is the way forward for whoever is stepping in at this moment?
Well, anybody that is stepping in will have to look inward. One, let us not play politics with the issue of security, because it will collapse on everybody and everyone. Because if you look at the issue of insecurity, also look at what the government has also done. Nobody from the government circle till today have been able to substantially debunk an allegation that pre-2015, some people in the opposition then brought in some people from neighboring community. Don't forget, this government has said that our boundaries are artificial and seamless. They brought them in.
El-Rufai never...
The government, El-Rufai at some point in the early days of his administration, have even said that he has paid them to stop killing the people.
So that means some people were brought into this country.
He knows them.
We may be dealing with
Some
a
people were brought in.
high-level conspiracy here.
See, there is conspiracy. Do you know what worry me now? Especially as it affects southern Nigeria. Why are people coming down? Why are they coming down? In the couple of weeks or so, a lot of people have been apprehended. Truckload of animals with people underneath, with weapons, shams, and what have you, have been intercepted by security operatives. It looks as if there's a grand plot.
Let's move to another story here. We do hope the southwestern governors are aware of this and they're making plans. All right.
I think so.
United States government has signed an agreement to repatriate $23 million by a former military head of state, General Sani Abacha, to Nigeria. Nigeria's Attorney General and Justice Minister Abubakar Malami at the signing of the agreement in Abuja said the decision to return the stolen funds, which is tagged Abacha 5, was a product of series of negotiations and meetings between Nigeria and U.S. Department of Justice and the UK National Crime Agency. $23 million again from Abacha.
Yes, again from Abacha. I think the West now is becoming more fantastically corrupt than Nigeria, all those of us in Africa. Yes, let's hope that this fund will not be...
It's a case. It has always been a case of Agbe Polaja.
Yes. That shows how... I don't want to use the words that came to my mouth. That shows how unserious our leaders have been over time by looting our own treasury, taking it to another soil to develop their economy. Now they are repatriating the fund after a series of agreements, after trading with the money, making profit to actually create employment and job for their people. They are now giving us rigid conditions because they know that we can't even manage the repatriated fund. You know, all of this conversation would not end until we also look at the morality and the integrity of President Muhammadu Buhari, because he did say sometimes ago that Abacha did not loot the treasury. And this President Muhammadu Buhari administration has become the biggest beneficiary of recover Abacha loot. I don't know whether you understand the point I'm making. So you said somebody did not steal.
Even though President Buhari does not believe Abacha ever stole money.
Yes, and this President Muhammadu Buhari is using more of Abacha fund to develop or to finance deficit.
But how are they using these, returned stolen funds? How have they been using it? Nigerians may want to know this.
Of course, I think we have to, in terms of Naira Akobo, account for all these funds. Sometimes in 2017, it was tied to some capital projects in the country. We want to
like
see
Second Niger Bridge,
Lagos Ibadan Express way. You know, that is taking almost eternity to even complete now. There is no even, I don't think there is expected date of delivery for that project as far as we are concerned now. So we should be able to tie this fund to some monumental infrastructure in the country, at least for the purpose of history. We do not want a situation where this one will be repatriated. You know, this was what, through the World Bank, gave birth to the trader money. You know, some people just saw the government sharing money on the street. They don't know the implication. Of course, the government also goofed at some point by ensuring that that is done in a build-up to any major election where they have stake. You understand? That is condemnable. But World Bank at that time, International Monetary Fund, gave condition that once these funds are being repatriated, the government must ensure that it gets to the people. You understand? The masses from which this money.
Are you saying this return money should be shared amongst?
No,
Nigerians?
Not as if it should be shared. I'm just telling you what gave birth to trader money, that funds that were being shared to market women, because conditions were given at that time that they don't want it. So Okoje-Iweala, as far back as 2030, raised an allegation that recovered loot were being relooted. And they changed their perception. Look at the condition. You need to look at the condition that have been attached. They will tell us how this money should be expended. That is what they do.
If you look at it, strictly speaking, on the streets now, if you look at the amount, $23 million, and you look at our population, someone say that, can you just hand us this money and just share amongst ourselves? At least I'll get as much as 80,000 naira.
So the government, of course, giving people peanuts handout cannot take us anywhere. Build infrastructure, enduring infrastructure, legacy projects that we'll be able to point to.
What about our debts?
See, we can also finance our debt. And one of the ways to finance our debt is to, first of all, stop the palliation of debt. I don't know whether you understand what I mean. You can't continue to pile up debt and you are talking about our debt, to the extent that the amount we use in servicing is even more than the amount we have for capital projects in the country. Who does that? That is spending wise. Sounds foolish.
All right, quickly let's talk about Osun State. Who is fomenting trouble in Osun State?
I do not know. Some people are shaking the tables.
But it's like somebody somewhere is deliberately fomenting trouble.
Yes, that is what it seems. But it's a matter of time. There are a lot of issues in the Osun State election. Of course, if you look at it, the mandate was a popular mandate, overwhelming mandate of the people. They spoke in the language that the party in Osun State understood at that time. But there are other contentious issues. There are issues from the PDP, those who think that Adeleke should have emerged the candidate of the party. That is on one hand. I think is gaining the upper hand in that particular case in court. Then this new petition by the incumbent government. Of course, it is within his fundamental human right to file petition if he has substantial ground that the election was marked with irregularity. But come to think of it, there are other areas that I'm seriously worried. The area of change of name, that area, if not properly handled, anything can happen. You understand? Like the case in Bayelsa State, anything can happen. Because if you are the same person, you have cause to bear about 5 different names within a space of time, changing your name at every time. You understand? So it's an issue. But another lacuna, according to the law, is that if that is filed before the tribunal, it will be thrown out. It's supposed to be a pre-election matter. 1, it is time-bound. And 2, he has to go to the ordinary court, not the tribunal.
So you are saying that
there are a lot of technicality.
Adeleke should not sleep.
Of course, he shouldn't sleep. He shouldn't sleep. We are not talking about the fact APC did not say he didn't go to school, because the law did not say you must pass. The issue of whether he went to school is a thing of the past now. He has been to school. Some people said they failed. The law did not say you should pass. Just go and get certificate of attendance. That is what the law requires. After all, President Muhammadu Buhari could not produce his certificate, and the law still said that he has been to school. Sure, you understand? But the issue of something that look like falsification of document in terms of his age, academic qualification, and what the academic qualification of it is even by the way. After us, when Amosu presented the fact that he got a master's degree in one of the university in the UK and it became contentious, he reverted it to his polytechnic degree again. He removed the master's degree and left the first district there. So we have requirements of the law, but when it gets to a level of forgery and falsification, the law has a way of dealing with it. And the one that is so recent and that is fresh in our memory is the case of Bayelsa. It was unfortunate.
Osun has always been a peaceful state, but I don't know what it is turning to.
Of course,
pre-handover.
Yes, I believe it will still be peaceful, and the government is not also helping matter. The government in Osun State, we must say this very loud and clear. How can you want to conduct a local government election when you have even lost election? You don't do that. This is a booby trap for the incoming administration. See, this is a democracy. You have lost a re-election as a sitting governor. You have not conducted local government election for the past 3 or 4 years. And now after losing the election, you want to conduct local government election. What do you stand to gain? That's the issue.
We'll go on our second commercial break. We'll be back.
Get up and go, 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 go. With Countdown Choco, go, go, go. Get up and go. Get up and go. No matter what you're gonna do, do it. Countdown Choco. When the rich must earn for vitality. Get up and go. Stay strong, save the world, take action. Get up and go.
Cowbell chocolate with Vitarich plus iron.
Big mommy, add that bokoto we go senior school. Put 2 roundabout. Anoint the package with that slim thick shaki and
Uncle, no vexo. Which teeth you want use eat all this orishi? That your teeth will be like where motor jam truck. You know they worry you again.
that one na before. All thanks to the new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection.
That's right. The new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection toothpaste gives you complete oral protection with fluoride and antibacterial zinc to keep your teeth strong, prevent tooth holes, and fight bacteria.
Please have to go buy my own new Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection toothpaste.
Close-Up Complete Fresh Protection for your important oral care needs. Available in a blue gel.
Hello Bayo, ojú ọ̀nà márosẹ̀ yẹn ni mo wà báyìí. Níbẹ̀ lọkọ̀ mi dẹnu kọlẹ̀ sí. Kódà mi ò ní.
Dákun lówó pè tó tó láti tẹ̀síwájú pẹ̀lú pè yìí.
Rárá o, kò jẹ́jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀.
Kí ni ìdí?
Ìpè yìí ṣe pàtàkì gan ni.
Ó bá ti rìsáàjì ń gbà náà.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ ni, ṣùgbọ́n mi ò sí níbi tí mo ti lè rìsáàjì báyìí.
Ó ṣe kúkú yáwó pè lẹ́ǹkan.
Yáwó ìpè kẹ̀ báwo?
Pẹ̀lú Glow Borrow Me Credit, o lè yáwó pè kó o sì san padà lẹ́yìn náà. Bẹ́ẹ̀ ló rọrùn. Ìwọ sá ti pè *321# kó o sì jẹ́ láṣẹ ibẹ̀.
Lóòótọ́, ó ti lọ wà jù.
Glow ń dúró ti ni nígbà tó jà jùlọ.
Báyọ̀, bí mo ṣe ń sọ lọ, ọkọ̀ mi dẹnu kọlẹ̀ níbi.
Sọ̀rọ̀ báyìí, sanwó lẹ́yìn náà pẹ̀lú Glow Borrow Me Credit. Glow Unlimited.
Power oil, power oil. Ogonga cooking oil, we get different sizes and different packs. Power oil, power oil. The one way they sweet me na mini pack for 100 naira. Yeah. Power oil, power oil. They everywhere. Power oil, good for your heart. Power oil, no cholesterol. Power oil, no trans fat. Power oil, and people who listen to your heart use power oil. Power oil, power oil.
Mom says I'm put on the radio set. Don't worry, I'll tell Mommy.
Let me put on my radio set now.
Mommy, please, we want to listen to the Smart Kids show. It comes up Monday to Friday, 7:15 to 7:45 a.m. So we can prepare our minds for schoolwork.
Okay, Smart Kids show. I love it too.
Thank you, Mommy.
Oh yes, 7:15 a.m. to 7:45 a.m. is the time. Mondays through Fridays. Join Auntie Yellow on the Smart Kids Show.
Oh, I wanna build a train track.
You're listening to 32 FM 94.9.
Welcome back. 4 minutes past 7 studio time. Papers review still on 32 FM 949 Ibadan. Okay, General Babatunde, repentant Boko Haram is a scam. It was used to siphon forex out of the country. What happens to those in IDP camps? Those turned widows, slain officers, etc. Repentant Boko Haram lives in affluence than law-abiding citizens. This is clear to all Nigerians.
009 7,949 5,949 and 0906 2049.
Good morning.
I want to ask this question. If Abacha is alive, are we going to get any money from this advanced country? We are forgetting about the Gulf War money. The president that time is alive. Now, I want to ask whether Osun State government has the constitutional right to do the government election. Why did federal paramilitaries are going to court for money not paid by the party station since 2015? Have a nice time. God bless you. God bless Nigeria.
Thank you. Well, a certain governor who tried it in the southwest. We know how it landed.
Yes. I think it just created a bottleneck for the Supreme Court eventually, because the incoming governor will sack those local government and the issue of a democratically elected will come up and the case will linger in court.
Hello. Hello. Good morning. Hello.
Hello.
Good morning. We can hear you.
009 7,949 0809 7,949.
All right. Tolulok Payademi, only God knows what will become the fate of average Nigerian youth now that ASU is planning to embark on indefinite strike because the government has failed to honor the agreement they had with them to revitalize.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
This is Olufemi from Oyo. I just want to talk on two things briefly. The first one is on that of these northern people coming down to this place. You know, people have been saying these things since last year. In fact, if you can remember, there are many posts that God showed them. They have rounded the crew, they have rounded Southwest, but it's like we are telling them they want to eat up the politics. Now, it is now coming up. Because God has been showing things to people and we don't take action. That is point number one. Secondly, is on this issue of repatriated fund. In fact, this is the time I want the students to block all the streets, that this money should be used to pay us. How many of us will be there when they have allocated this money to Niger, to Lagos, whatever, since they have been paying this money? The project cannot be completed since 1999. Let them use this money once for everything. All of us will know. If you know the amount the ASUs are asking for, let them divert this money to it and solve the problem once. If the student does not take this advantage now, like they have allowed them to take all the primaries in Abuja, instead of saying no resumption, no primaries. If they use them, allow them to use this money again, uselessly like that, they are at the state of their life.
All right, the point is made. How much did Abacha actually steal from this country? Hello.
All right, Bakis on Nigerian Rights on Facebook. Let me start by praising the Buhari-led administration for making an effort to return more of Abacha's loot 3 times under this administration alone. $322 million in 2018, $311 million in 2020, and now $21 million in 2022. Abacha's loots have been repatriated, although oddly, things are improving more and more. Regrettably, by next week, a litre of diesel might cost 1,500 naira. What are they using the looted funds for? Hello.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I'm John in Joko. I'm calling from Ibadan. Yes.
That's a noisy call. Okay, Raji Hafiz Abiola Raja, it says about the language bandits understand from Buhari. I think their statement is not new anymore. Honestly, there is no understanding language if Buhari and other Fulani men are still holding the seat of... Okay. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
My name is Taiwo. Hello.
Hello, we can hear you.
Brother Taiwo, what?
Hello.
Hello, go on. Make
Are
your
you
point.
hearing me?
We can hear you. Make your point.
My name is Taiwo from Amuloko.
All right. Make your point.
Hello.
Just go ahead with your thoughts there.
I want to correct one impression. I think WAEC has publicized Buhari's result. The result. I think it was done by WAEC maybe last year or 2 years ago. They sold it.
Okay. Austin. Yes. How true is this?
I do not know.
Did you see the result?
I didn't see the result as published. Of course, why I came to clarify issues on the results, but I didn't see it as published. He could forward to us if he has a copy.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, Zonadiri from Ibadan. On Abacha's Luther Fund, under the current administration, there has been repatriation after repatriation, but nothing has remarkably changed. The ones that have been repatriated, how well has this government spent the funds repatriated so far? I just think before using this money on another elephant project, as usual, maybe the Nigerians can appeal to the U.S. government to delay the money until after 2023 elections. In a similar vein, perhaps we could also protect that this money could be used to settle ASU's demand. Now they are going on an indefinite strike. All actions of this government show that they are very insensitive to the plight of Nigerians. Good morning.
Thank you.
Motayo, Oluwarotimi, and Obamiro, it is good the president says he will speak to the terrorists in the language they understand. I speak in metaphorical terms. However, have we ever asked ourselves in this nation what the terrorists want? If so, if the government knows, why have they not revealed to us? Hello.
Hello, Tayo. Good morning.
Good morning.
This is Adoni. I'm calling from Oyo.
All right, Adonis.
I want to tell Olusegun from Oyo too that no government will prove past president. Past president. For instance, I have said it in your program. If we are talking of Abacha loot, what about Obasanjo loot? What about Babangida loot? That is for that. Secondly, I said it in your program that Adumadu Bodio, sorry, it was obvious that the northern elders, particularly those that were very close to Buhari then, arranged the coming of the terrorists. That was what led to Buhari to have made the statement. If he was not the president of Nigeria in 2015, he will make the country ungovernable. Now we are seeing the result.
He said he never said that.
He said so. It was on record. What was the name? Atiku also at some point, I think 2011, did say that those who made peaceful change impossible will make violent change inevitable. So these are on record. I think what the fellow wanted to say. Okay.
Please, Segun back. Just a second. The United Nations will help us prove the money collected from Abacha. Obasanjo once collected $1 billion. Here's the money from 2020 to today. We paid $12 billion for Paris Club and we get $18 billion. $18 billion. Is this economically wise? Have a nice time.
Thank you. I said something to DELE earlier that on the list of looters of this country, Abacha was just a learner.
Yes, Abacha was just a learner. You know, I think a caller wanted to say that who will probe the other president, that it's not possible to probe Nigeria former president. I think you can only prove a former president that is dead or a former head of state that is dead, because I know if Abacha were to be alive, all of this wouldn't be happening. That is just the truth. However, this is still possible. They are not almighty. They are powerful, but they are not almighty. They can still be probed. It depends on the right leadership in the country.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
My name is Menadawu. Again. Yeah. Can you hear me?
Hello.
Hello. Yeah. On the issue of insecurity, the whole world is on northern governors. They should emulate southwest governors by forming their regional security agenda. That's because federal government only cannot solve the security issue. They have to do that. When terrorists strike in Zamfara and they get to on somewhere, they won't catch it. They won't catch them. They should form the synergy between themselves. That is how to do it. It's not only federal government that we should talk about every time. That is it.
All right. Thank you so much for being part of Papers Review today. We'll be back tomorrow morning. Thank you, Austin, for being part of the show.
Thank you.
My name is DELE Adeyanju.
Thank you, dear listener. I am OLUTAYO. Up next is Smart Kids Show with Auntie Yellow. Good morning.